Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for Tuesday, August 23rd. Starting with the NASDAQ here, just to get a bit of an idea of the pathway of the markets. So we're looking at an ABC here for the A wave, and then we're going to bring this A wave in here now. We were looking at this, well, mainly on the S&P as an A and a B and a C wave up here, but also 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to come in. So we can still count this as 5 waves, but we still need to bring the A wave in here. So I know most of you probably think that the market will just continue down at this point, and that would be the next leg down, and you could be probably right at that point, but there's no harm in me looking at the market in a slightly different way, in terms of looking at a 5-wave move here for the A wave, a B wave, and the C wave here, and then a move to the upside. So what it will make us do, it will make us be cautious at this next move down here. Now, this move down here, we can, across the markets and indices, we can count that as 5 waves. It's not completed yet. When it is completed, we'll have a B wave rally, and then we'll look to short this move down here. And if it does continue down here, well, we'll see that in the speed of the form of the wave C here, because it will move quicker than wave A. Wave A normally moves very fast, and wave C can be the same, but normally it's a little bit lazy, a bit reluctant to move down because it's getting ready for the move up. So that's what we're going to be looking at the stocks with. So the main point with all of this is really that we're counting 5 waves down in most stocks in this move here. And then we have been short in the market, and you still may be short in the market. But if not, then we're going to wait for the B wave, and then we'll look for the trade on the C wave to the downside, which as you may think, could take us down further into another leg, because we are looking for another leg. The market's always tricky. They always, you think you've got it covered, and suddenly it does something completely different and does your head in, So having this particular count here will be helpful, because we'll just need to think a little bit more carefully about how we approach things. I won't go into detail any more than that. We'll do that on the indices video. So with Apple here, Apple's one of the stocks that has climbed the highest, but we're going to still look at it. We're going to bring the A wave in here now, and we're going to look at it as an A and a B and a C correction for the B wave. It's highly unlikely that it's going to be a wave 2 at this particular point, so I won't go into that at the moment. So we're going to look at a 5-3-5 structure here, and once again, you may be short here, so we'll look at the detail of this 5-wave structure here, and then we will also look at we'll look to short rather the wave C here, as I've mentioned before. So if the good news is, in a way, so don't be upset if you've lost some of this in here. I mean, you've missed it, because there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to a trend, and this is sort of 2/3 of the wave through the A wave here at the moment. So because it's 5 waves, or it should be 5 waves, once it's finished, we'll know that. If it is 5 waves, then we are well, in Elliott terms, we're assured to get another 5 waves over here. So that means we can sell the retest here, and this B wave will be a 5-3-5 structure. So that's where we can sort of enter at that point. And if the markets do come down here, continue to move down, I mean, there's going to be a bounce off the 150, and we'll trade to that and get out and use a classic trading levels pattern, the same as we did on the long side. Here we would have traded up to this point, we would have gotten out, we would have been into this side over here with this. So the same same sort of pattern that we'll look to trade with this. Yeah, I mean, I still do have a bullish pattern for this as well. Still looking at this basically as a wave 4 over here. I won't look at that today because we still need to come down here further, and it's probably not the case anyway. So let's go to maybe 1,100 ticks here to pick up the the move of the to the downside here. So okay, not a lot of detail here, but basically we've got this trend line coming through here that it's sitting on at the moment. So we're looking for, or in a nutshell, the A wave, the B wave in 3 waves, which will be a 3-5, which will be a 5-3-5 structure. And if we do get the 5 waves here, because we've only got 1, 2, 3 here at the moment, if we get 4, 5 here, which is highly likely, by the way, then we just need to be a little bit patient. We'll get a bounce off the 165. We're still within minor group 2, 65, 72 and 80. Because we get a 5-3-5 structure here and we've got 5 waves here, we'll be able to sell it at the 61.8% mark. Maybe it'll try to come back and cover that gap, you know, and then we should have a, this run down here should be extended down here because yeah, just a bit of psychology of how things work, but yeah, we'll catch it there. But let's just have a look at this little trend here on 100 ticks. So yeah, let's just, I think that's enough to start. So that's our A wave reference up there. I'll just jam all that in a little bit closer. So we're looking at 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, 4th, 5 for the third. So we still need that 4th and 5th to come into play here. So 165 would be target to the downside. And like I said, I won't be interested in really trading this up here. I say that we probably will if we see it, if I see an opportunity, you know, to capture some of it. But yeah, sometimes they don't reach their 61.8% and sometimes they go a bit further, and this is why we need to count the structure. So the 161 will be sitting, be trying to cover that gap, which will be quite nice really. It'll exhaust itself once it's done that, and that will be our sell point. We can sell here because we'll have 5 waves here. Oh, if we get 5 waves here, because if we get 5 waves here, then after a correction we'll get another 5. So we'll be able to start building in quite, you know, quite early around this particular point here. Okay, so that's Apple, and that's really the gist of the market. So whatever you're trading, even if it's a stock that I don't cover, this particular pattern here will be how it's going to play out. Okay, so you can pretty much sort of take that and apply it to whatever stock or market that you're looking at. Not all of them, but most of them. Nvidia, as I mentioned, Nvidia and Meta, and I think there's another one as well, but from this one, it doesn't have the June low, it has the July low, so it's out of sync a little bit. But I'm going to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the A wave, and then an A wave, a B wave, and coming down for the C wave here to make an A wave, and then the B wave, and then the C wave here for that, and then up. So this is the same pattern as Apple, really, just tying them in together. It's just a slightly variation on account. So I need these. So that's how that will play out. So we're not really interested in any of this here or here, but this one here, this leg here will be the one that we'll be looking at. And of course, if we get this, that will be nice too. Alrighty, so Amazon. So once again, we're going to bring wave A in here, and I'm looking at this as an A and a B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the C of A, and then an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for the B wave, and then up for wave C of B. Now, yes, once again, it may be possible for this to continue down and make new lows, so, but that will be okay, because once we have those 5 waves here, we're going to be short at wave B. Let's go from 10,000 ticks to 100 ticks and get an idea of that count coming in here. So we don't need all of that actually. So just bear with me a bit. So this is where we are here. So Yeah, like I said, there's a beginning and middle and end to a trend. So this is the beginning, the building process, and then the middle of the trend here. So what you see here is not what you're going to get next. You always get the opposite of what you're looking at. So we're going to get the end of the trend here. So I won't go into a lot of detail because I've got a lot to get through to today, but basically we still need a set of 4s and 5s to get to the downside here, and we can expect probably support at the 128, 126.50, somewhere in subgroup 2 of 130 here, and then we'll have our ABC correction. So yeah, sometimes the ABC is nice and simple, and sometimes it's complex. And yeah, so we'll see how that sort of plays out, but it will be that C wave there that we'll be looking for. Yeah, so that's where that is. And Meta, so that this is obviously in a different space than the other markets. So we'd been looking at this count with a wave 4 here. We had 2 counts here actually, but even when I had the wave 4 here, I had this configured a little bit differently. So I've reconfigured some of this and looking at it in this way here. So in this case, we're looking to make a new low here for this. Okay, so just below the, down into 145, 143. Perhaps we'll see how it plays out here. And yeah, so wave 3, 4, and 5 to, whoops, got the wrong 5 there. So let's just go to 100 ticks and check on this. So I'm just expecting this to come down below the 150, and just looking at it as wave 1 here with an ABC for 2, 1 and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2, and 3, 4, 5 for 3, 4, 5 here for the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th wave down here. Now, we can expect to bounce off the 150 as well, so it's not fantastic trading from here on in, but it will edge itself lower. The Tesla, so I'm also bringing in the top here as well as wave A, and we're going to look for wave B back here. So we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here, and then another move up. So yes, most folks will be looking for a move, seeing this bearish come off and all the news in the media about the end of the world and all the rest of it, as per usual, they're going to be running pretty hot. So most folks will be thinking it's coming down. So we'll understand that. We'll look for that, but at the same time, we need to look for this other move back up here for this as well. Okay, so yeah, an A wave, putting the A wave in the top for most markets, and looking for a B wave to pull back 50-60%, and that can be, let's just check on that a little bit. That could be down here a bit further, so let's just place that in there, just give us a bit of perspective at this point. Yeah, so it's still a fair bit. We've got 3 waves to come here as an ABC, and we're going to go to maybe the 100 ticks. I thought it might have had on 1,000 too, but that's okay. So this is what it looks like from from this top here of wave A. We're going to be looking at 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd wave, 4th wave, 5th wave for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th here for the A wave. Now, I probably have to tighten that up a little bit, but somewhere between, somewhere down in this 830 sort of area is probably a reasonable bet. And then we're going to be looking for the retracement of that, which will take us back. I'll put it at 830, takes us back to here. So that's good. So if we get 5 waves down, we don't have 5 waves down here yet, but if we get 5 waves down, then we can short it right back on the 900 at that point. Okay, so I'll just tighten that up a little bit in here, but that's yeah, that's where we are. So it's a nice third wave in here. So we still need more of it to come. And Alphabet, we're doing the same thing as well. We're going to call wave A in up here, and we're going to look for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave for wave B here. It does look like it's really sort of sad and tired, sitting above the 100, and it looks like it's got the ability to move down through here as well. So we'll keep an eye on that, but we still need to count the first, this 5-wave structure in here as well and get the rest of it, because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if it was going to come down like that, So I'm just going to go to which was on 100 or 2. So this is how we can look at it here. So looking at might need to put this back into this point here. Still, it doesn't matter too much. We're still looking at finishing off here into the 110 is the main number here for that, and then we've got group 1 above that, which will be 1, 2, and 3 here. So it's going to start finding a lot of support on that level. So 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then we can look at this here. Just give that a bit more definition. This one, so 10, 1, 2, and 3, so that's minor group 1. So so it should come down here. It's just going to slow down a little bit, but like I said, the rally after this trend is finished, the rally here is where we'll capture it next time. And what have we got here? Microsoft. So with Microsoft, we're calling this in as an A and a B and a C wave for the A wave, and then an A, B, C here for the B wave, and then up for the C wave here. Can this also just continue to the downside? Yes, it can. But let's and we'll play for both of them. We'll go to 2K tick and then 100 just to get a bit of a grip on this. So this here, we know that there's a beginning and a middle and an end to a trend, and we know that the middle is where all the gaps occur, and then it starts to slow down, and then we'll get this B wave over here pulling back 50-60%, trying to probably cover that gap, and then move down to this point. Now it may move down further than that, but we'll track this 5-wave structure down and we'll get an idea of how this is moving down. Like I say, A waves normally come down quite sharply, and C waves are normally on a bit more of an angle compared to wave A. If wave C is on the same angle as wave A or sharper, then it's going to be wave 3, and we can hold our shorts at that point. Okay, but we've got to get there first with that. So this will pull back 50-60%, but sometimes they just pull back 40%, so that's why we need to count the waves. So a 5-3-5 structure in here, and that's what we'll be counting at that point. And the same for Berkshire Hathaway here. We're going to look at this as the A wave in the top here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, and then we're looking for wave A to come down. I haven't fully counted this here, and then the B, and then the C wave here, and then pushing up at that point. So the wave A's are always really frightening, and they sort of turn you bearish, because basically they're taking out stops and the market jumps a lot. So this is where people's stops would have been, and so on. People, that's basically what happens with wave A's, Okay, over to Square. I don't have a really good grip on this, but if we were going to follow the other markets, well, then we would be coming down further, probably getting a bounce off 65, going up for a B wave, and then coming down for a C wave here for a B wave, and then going up at that point. So that's what I'm thinking here. And of course, the same thing applies as well. After this 5-wave move here, we could also continue to come down, because there's some of the other stocks in this ilk, in this sort of sector, I can see that this is quite a corrective pattern here and could just continue down. But yeah, I'm just cautious about it. Can be, an ABC here for the B wave and up for the C wave and then come down. It's normally the way, isn't it? You think you're shorting it in here and you think you're going to be hoping that you're going to come all the way down, but it's hardly ever like that. You get it now and again, but not a lot. So Bank of America, I'm just drilling out here to the 10,000 ticks. So pretty much a daily chart here. And we can look at this as an A and a B and a C down here for the A wave, and then the A, B, and C for the B wave. And you can kind of sort of imagine that, as a B, as an A wave here and then a B wave here. We've seen Apple come a long way up, but we haven't seen the banks come a long way up, So, and other markets haven't come a long way up either. So having this as an A and a B and a C for a B wave up here is not really out of the question. It's not really out of the frame, so to speak. We could also look at this as 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and then continue to come down as wave 5 here. So we'll need to keep a little bit of an eye on that as well. That kind of works, because it came back up to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. It came up from the top to the bottom here. It came up 50% rather than 40%, but that's kind of okay too, pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So but both are possible. We've got to keep an eye on both of them. Let's go in and understand this little structure from the top here down to the B wave here. Obviously there's going to be a lot of support, this consolidation area through here. So we're just going to go into 10 ticks for this, and we'll need more data. How much more data? That's enough. So we're going to be looking at this as wave C, 5C of A, and then we're going to come down for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave over here for this, okay, as wave B here. So in this journey to the downside so far, I probably need to extend this out a little bit further. Actually, I could do that, but in this case here, I've just got sort of one more low to come in, but there's probably 2 more lows. We'll see. I'll just see. I've got to figure that out a little bit, but I'm not that interested in this low area here. I'm more interested in looking at this B wave for a short once that comes into play here for that. Yeah, because I could extend this down here pretty easily. But yeah, and that would bring it in line with others. I feel like I've sort of cut it off a bit short here, but anyway, that's that. And Morgan's JP is the same as well as 1 and 2 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd wave, 4th wave, and 5th wave. I could extend this out one more structure, one more degree as well, but we'll just sit here for a little bit, and see how we go. This will try to sort of, as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, try to rally back up here for that. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, once we've got wave A in, we'll be looking for wave B, and then down for wave C here. I won't do Goldman's because I haven't had time to do it this morning, but it'll be same. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.